This is Jam from New York City, and my channel name is Jam from New York City. Saves money. How's everybody doing today? Hope that this audio video finds everybody doing well. If you are brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran here, a sincere and humble thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're just dropping by to say hello, hello, hope one day you come and stick around. Thank you for liking and subscribing as well. I want to talk to you today about getting into the projects and using your Noodle. Let me tell you something. This is the time of the year where many people, it's right before back to school, and in some cases it is back to school. There's something about September coming up which reminds me like as if we're having two New Years. The new school year, which is in my area September, and the actual calendar New Year, which of course is January 1st. But right before the new school year, it feels almost like we're entering a new year period. So in my case, I get into these decluttering jags, if you will, once in a while, usually once a year, and that's about right for me. But let me tell you something. The best thing to do is to conquer it in small increments throughout the year. That way you don't have this big purging session. Okay, so I decided, to go on this little purging binge, and I said, something, I want to try to make my life easier and call up one of those 1-800 type places, whatever, and I got a quote, and it seemed reasonable, but then I said, something, this can be avoided. So I enlisted the help of some family and stuff, and actually I still got the same job done without having to pay for someone else to take it. And there were some people who wanted some of the stuff, and that way, things were not going to waste. And this is something to strongly consider. What turned me off about this particular one of the places that I checked into and actually had an actual appointment. It would have been for this Friday, the 13th, which, by the way, is a scary enough thought, right? Transactions on Friday the 13th. But, of course, I'm joking about that. Just saying, got to have a sense of humor around here. But the thing is this. What I didn't like was I tried to cancel, and I did cancel, okay? But it's a good thing I did my research. It's always a great idea to cancel like about 72 hours. Don't wait for the 48 hours. I had gone to a website which had people that were complaining about certain types of companies and their experiences. And I'll tell you, some of the stuff that I read were rather eye-opening. I'm not saying this particular place, okay? But some places, if you're not careful. For example, somebody had, thought that they were quoted a pre-quote of a price of, let's say, about close to $300 for their junk removal. And making a long story short, at the end of the day, it was close, really, in actuality, to $470, not even including tax. So that person was like besides themselves. So that person canceled out. That person got a call in a half hour. Well, maybe we could work something out or whatever. It just made that person feel very uncomfortable, the person that left the rating. And it wasn't a good rating, to say the least. And she felt, I think it was a female, she felt violated by the whole thing. It just wanted the whole thing said and done and over with. So I read certain comments and made me scratch my head and think, you know what, Jen? Just go with your instinct, and that's precisely what I did. So use your Noodle. Use the resources that you have at hand. Do you have friends and family who might, first thing of all, might be interested in some of this stuff, but tell them that you really want to get this project done pretty fast. Give them a deadline to take a look at the stuff that they may take. Don't say, oh, maybe in 2 months you could come and get it. They'll never get it. I mean, show a sense of urgency. I know that sounds kind of rude, but you want your job done, and you know it yourself that if you let things sit around on the back burner, those are the things that may tend to sit on the back burner and never get done. So if you're on top of things, it really, really helps. Now, another trick that I decided to do, I stopped in midway. I'm not all done on purpose. I said, well, now I'm going to take a breather for a week, and then I will go back to it and then, figure out this thing all over again, probably doing the same methodology that I did that didn't cost me 1 red cent. And I'm telling you, nothing feels better than saving. And it helps some people because a number of things, I had been able to, share and give away, and they were of good use. And it was, towards people that really, really appreciate things. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate them and thank them for their time, their effort, and their energy. Now, this is part 1 of the video. There's 2 parts. The second part of the video, I just want to mention to you, there was a video that Steve and I posted. Well, actually, I was on his channel. This is on the Steve Young 74 channel. And it's about maximizing your use on your SNAP benefit card. Honestly, if you have not seen that video, I think this video is good for anyone, even if you don't possess a SNAP EBT card. People that have a SNAP EBT card definitely should tune in. And someone who is running a very tight budget, on their food expenditures each month, give that video a view. Just saying, it is worth your time. It's really not that long anyways. I think it runs, what could it be, about 15 to 20 minutes. And, I just wanted to mention some important points that people may or may not forget. This is some really good points. So if you have an opportunity, head on over to the Steve Young 74 channel for that video. Oh, by the way, I will, of course, link that up in the description box below. Now, recently, as you know, I was tagged by Kate Caden, and regarding the savings for a 2021 challenge, money saving challenge, I am so thrilled. It warms my heart of all the people that said that they're in. If you do not know what I'm talking about, go back to my recent video from last Sunday. I could also hook that video up in the description box below because I really want to light a fire under our butt, in plain English, to get going with the savings. You could start saving $5 for 10 weeks in a row. You could start saving $10 for 10 weeks in a row. Or you could challenge yourself to $25 for 10 weeks in a row. Whatever you could do, but do it. And do it consistently. We're going to talk about further on in this week ways that we can save towards those money saving challenge goals 2021. So check out that. I really, really do appreciate each and every one of you. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City, who is also asking everyone listening to kindly donate to your charity of choice. I always emphasize the food banks and the food pantries. You never know in life when tough times can happen. Tough times can happen even to the best of us. And despite the fact that we see images and pictures of boxes being loaded and people filling their cars up with food, that doesn't mean everyone gets that. That doesn't mean everyone gets that. We need more help, in my honest opinion. Just saying. So let's do our part, one can at a time. Have a wonderful upcoming day or evening or morning or afternoon, whenever you are listening to this. And thank you so much again. Have a great, amazing, and fantastic day.